These are home burglary suspects, which is usually the case if that's the kind of the want they're putting out. So LAPD certainly probably doesn't want to let these guys go, but at this moment there is nobody to chase them. And now that we're on surface streets at almost 70 miles an hour, really fast here, CHP's definitely not going to get involved. They're on surface streets. So I do hear them requesting CHP once again, but we'll see what they say now that they're not on.
Okay, let's go.
Wow, and this car is just going so fast. Joining me here is Juan Fernandez, and we're watching all through an intersection, just going such excessive speeds here. It's so dangerous.
And what's incredible, Mike, you were saying earlier that there are no
MK, Danger Tater, Bendo, Luis, welcome guys.
This car is
Oh
trying to get
shit.
as far away as possible.
OG,
from
welcome.
what,
Good to
right?
see you.
Well, right, and that's you know the idea of tracking mode or surveillance mode, depending on which department you're talking about, is to get the person to think, okay, we're not being chased. I can slow down.
Oh, are they
I
stopping
need to
here?
Drive like this. Let's see what he does under the underpass. And that's
No,
obviously
okay.
not helping at all. There's no ground units anywhere even close to this guy, and he
Oh,
is
what's up,
still
Beal?
driving as if they were right on his bumper.
And Pillbilly, June,
And
what's
so
up?
dangerous,
Shinji,
right?
yo,
And,
good to see you.
We've been on
RZ,
this for how long now?
3D.
Just a few minutes,
Just
really.
a few minutes, and we're seeing so much of the bulk of this basic violent driving now going into opposite lanes of traffic, crossing that double yellow line, and hitting some heavier traffic here in Echo Park.
Yes, you can see that, and they've been very, very aggressive in changing lanes. Now we see on the wrong side.
Oh,
of the road
Martha,
here, just
welcome.
trying to get around all of this traffic.
No
and
ground
speed
units
back
close,
in that
no.
traffic, because there's really
I guess
nowhere for
they're
this
in the
person to
helicopter.
go.
Right.
And there is a lot of traffic at this hour. I mean, it's almost you know, we're at 2:30 in the afternoon. This is when a lot of kids are getting
How
out of
long has this
school.
been on, Beal?
And now we've got the trees
5
kind of
minutes?
blocking. But,
Yo, Charles,
this is
welcome.
certainly a
Sydney,
busy
welcome.
area as
King
this
Ed, how
car
are you
comes
doing?
Flying through that intersection.
Clindy, welcome.
Look at that,
guys.
guys.
Now we're southbound on Glendale Boulevard. I was definitely
There's
pretty
a Waymo.
nervous when he took the southbound too because it ends here.
I feel like we should have
on
like
Glendale Boulevard, and that was
Waymo or Cybertruck or something like this. The thing about the bingo card is every time I've been going through my streams, I'm making some long form videos, and I find like several times that people have really good suggestions, and I'm like, oh, that's a great one. But like, what do we take off the board is usually the question. What are you going to take off the board? Prediction, good call.
I had
Okay,
heard
hold
the
on.
watch commander authorized 3 units in that pursuit, but they just were never able to get in place. And now that we're off the freeway, it sounded like CHP wasn't terribly interested in this. They're not as likely to engage now that we're on surface streets, even though we are closer to the central division.
Okay.
I was talking about. Okay, well now
It's up. Whoa,
Don't know
whoa.
why.
That was, like,
just
intentional.
ridiculous. Totally.
Okay, never mind on the
it really-
prediction.
oh no, I hope they're gonna.
there's more
okay, we do
three?
got some units there.
Or
Everyone's
Rampart.
scattering. This guy's got the bag. We're gonna stick with him.
Oh.
trying to maybe
Whoa.
carjack or see if they can get inside.
Whoa, through the bag.
The bag right there.
Done with the bag.
Everybody's scattered. They got one proned out there on the
back to
ground.
the right.
Of course,
Where'd this guy
building
go?
gets in the way. We'll see if we can
Where'd he go?
get back ahead. But yeah,
He
I
never
think,
came out.
here
He
we
must
got
be here. No,
somebody
wait,
else.
what?
These are
There he is.
officers Chasing.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. So we know at least one.
There's
of them
more
is
police
taken
pulling
because
up.
we
This
saw them
guy's not
proned out.
getting anywhere.
Of course, they just keep running behind these buildings right here. They might have 2, but as my
They
pilot
got
Chris
him, I
does his
think.
best to continue to try to get around this building here at Palo Alto and in Glendale and the Westlake area here. Hopefully, they're going to have this suspect on the
Thought they
ground.
weren't even around,
He's
right?
gonna
The
come back
police
around.
weren't around until all of a sudden he crashes and there's
Other
like
suspect, one of the
10 of them.
3 people there in the vehicle. So they got that one, but the one who dropped
Helicopter
the
lied.
bag,
Yeah, I think so.
there's
Why
the
did he
bag
do
right
that
there.
And then he ran,
Whatever's
left and
in
around
there,
the
we
corner.
don't know.
though? Why did he do that?
Yeah, so they are still
Decided he
chasing this
needed the
guy,
bag,
it
but then
sounds
after a
like.
minute he's like, actually, no.
Yeah, I hear the helicopter.
I
trying
don't
to
need that
guide
bag.
The units in. This person has got some legs. It's
Yeah, he made
They
it.
got some
crazy
legs. I
here.
mean, they
So
ran
we
for
might
maybe
have to see if
30
we can
seconds,
find
but
where the suspect went to here.
What was the point of sideswiping that car?
I
It's
don't
just
think
incredible.
it was intentional. I think perhaps they were trying to figure out a way and hit the car
Yeah.
on accident. And then we saw that there were, in fact, 3 people in that vehicle all running. Again, these were all reportedly burglary suspects.
Yeah,
that
poor
started
red
out
car
in the
drivers,
Porter
seriously.
Ranch area.
That sucks
They
for
were
them.
captured on one of those security
You're that
cameras.
fast.
On the porch, and that is how this all got started. But we didn't see
That
any
sucks
of
for
these ground
them.
units close by until, of course, this little accident. And
he's
then
got
we
legs but
saw
no
quite a
sense
few
and
of them.
can't drive. You
Porter
nailed
Ranch
it.
all the way to Westlake, and right now we didn't think that units were so close
Yes.
behind, but as we can see here,
11 is up.
quite a bit of units were there on scene, capturing at least.
You
2
never
of
know
the
when an
3
idiot
right
is
now.
about to
Yeah,
ruin
so
your
three,
day.
and they're
Yeah,
still looking for that
3.
other one, and these units are starting to set up a perimeter, and Des' camera's giving us a light show here. But what we're listening to here is
Giving
that
us a
Rampart
light
units,
show.
That's the patrol car right there. And Devon.
Well,
Trinity,
that
the
just
ones
seems
were
like
up through
so-
the
did he
valley,
not
they
see
were
that
with it all
car?
the way through down here. So there's still some of those guys.
Like,
over
he
here
didn't
that's
see
the
it?
ones
That
set
guy
up
wasn't
on
even
top
the
of
driver.
car,
This guy was the
right
driver.
there. So those units were behind
And
it.
these
So
cops are
while we
tripping
were
over
not able to
themselves
directly
and
see
shit.
those units right behind it, they obviously were there, and they were able to kind of converge pretty quickly.
What
in
happened
this
to the
area
driver
to
guy,
take
though?
these
We
guys
saw two of
into
them. Is there
custody.
two
And, you know,
guys
I'm just
over
kinda looking
here?
at the
There's
playback
one guy
really
here.
quickly. It was so weird. I mean, he
Where'd the
tried to
driver
make the
go?
turn
There's this
to get
guy
onto
who was
that
going
street
here and then
just
turned
right
around.
into
This guy was in the
driver's
back
side
seat.
of that red car.
Was that an on-ramp, Mike?
It was, yeah, it looks like it was headed towards an on-ramp. Yeah, it looks like it was headed towards the 101.
Okay.
Out of the South 101.
Yeah,
Southbound 101.
Yeah, that was on the southbound 101. I almost thought that they were going to try to, ram that vehicle and then take it or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, how did he drive? How did he
And
crash,
it
right?
seemed like they could have continued, but
No
they
mercy,
panicked
what
and
the
got
fuck?
out. And that suspect with the bag, I'm not sure that I've ever seen a suspect run that fast for that long. I mean, we're several blocks away. I apologize for the camera. I have no idea what is
No, I've
going
seen
on.
suspects run that fast for that long, for
As
sure.
I just kind of widen out and show you the
Seen
street grade
crazier
level of
stuff
where
than
we're
that.
looking. I mean, they were over
All right,
here
we got to find
off
another
of
one.
Palo Alto.
There's got to be a
Right here is where
better
they were at, and
option
they went
here,
down
right?
here. I think they came
there
back
any
around
other news
Temple
stations
and
on
flew
this?
up in this area behind the old hospital right there, and then down into this area off of Burlingame and London Street, and that they were able to avoid all those officers that were out there running at the time is just pretty remarkable, frankly. So they're getting a perimeter set up. They seem pretty confident that the suspect is in this area right now, and we'll see if they're able to get them. But they were able to get, I know, at least one, possibly two of the other suspects, two of the three.
And Mike, when you look back at that playback, did
Yeah.
you
We're due for
see
another chase.
just
Yeah, Whimsical,
three,
we had a
or
lot
was
of
there a
chases
fourth
this
one that
month
came out
already.
of
There's
the
been a lot
passenger
this month.
side?
So I see 2 out of the back and 1 out of the front, so
And
3
then-
in total.
But not another
Yo,
one.
Scentless, welcome. Thank you. Finally got this
Not
up.
that I saw, no, and I don't know that they would have been able to. Because
So what are they
it
waiting
would've
for
been- yeah,
here?
No, nobody came out of the front passenger side. Now, they may have just decided it wasn't worth it to run and stayed in the car.
Yeah, true,
But there
true.
was a
Nobody came out of the front
driver-
passenger side.
Here it is again.
Yeah,
But
so
there
watch,
was-
you'll have the driver gets out, and then 2 people come out of the driver.
This guy, the
driver's
driver,
rear,
we
but
don't.
nobody
Who? Where
comes
did
out
the
of that
driver?
front.
He
That's
ran
three.
around.
Yeah.
Usually
on
the
side.
the camera follows
There's
the
3
driver,
people.
but in
guy
this
with
case
the
they
backpack
follow the guy in
drops
the
it.
back.
There's one that tripped, and then there was one that had some better speed and was able to get some greater distance between the officers and himself. And still,
You
at this
overcorrected,
moment,
yeah,
right,
just
we don't know whether or not that third person is in custody, right?
Yeah, no, it looks like they've got a perimeter set up now for it as they're trying to figure out where he went. I mean, that guy had legs because
Yeah.
it wasn't like the cops weren't there. They were
You
there.
didn't run
and
that
they
far,
were able
dude.
to see him and all of the things that he was doing, but he was just able to really
The driver, I think so,
and,
Beal. Like
and
we
get
haven't
away from
seen
them.
the
So
driver
often we see
accounted for
suspects
yet.
Take off, and they lose speed soon after.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
the adrenaline's running, and then all of a sudden they peter out pretty quickly. But this guy was really, I mean,
Yeah, he stuck with it.
yeah.
Well, the one
definitely.
guy with the bag of evidence, he definitely gave up quickly because he had it with him.
Yes.
Whatever they stole from that house in Porter Ranch.
Driver
was
went towards
possibly
the
inside that
on-ramp?
backpack.
Okay.
And it did
So
look
they
like
really
officers were
split up.
checking on that driver in the orange car that they hit, which again was so odd the way that they hit that car. But
Well, I even went back to try to see, like, was there a bunch of cops in front of them, and that's why they tried to make that desperate kind of move there, or what happened?
You
But
stream
I
more
didn't
often
see
on
any of that.
Twitch?
I mean,
Yeah,
unless they
I
were
do
able to
some
see
other
them
stream
a little bit
content
further
on
down the road
Twitch.
than we were, because obviously
Not
they
too
were there. We
often,
didn't
but
expect them
more
to
often.
be
I-
there, you know,
on YouTube,
as
I
far as
just
we were
do
able to
the
see, there was really
chases.
nobody behind those guys, and then all of a sudden LAPD really converged.
And I should
everywhere.
actually, I released
can
a
see
video
two
a week
other,
ago, and I'm trying
occupants
to
right in
do
that
more
orange
long
car,
form
kind of
bad day
videos.
for them.
damage right now.
So I'm gonna link everybody.
And Mike, this car, the white
to
one,
this
was not
one that
reported
I
stolen,
did.
right?
Not as far as we know. Yeah, not as far as we know. It was reported as burglary suspects.
And we did see that Desmond was
So
showing
it
us.
didn't
he
get
really,
a whole lot of
zoomed
views,
in on that bag
but-
that was dropped there right behind that white
it is.
SUV right there. And there
There's
it
the
is again
bag.
for us to see a rather
So I don't
large
know. Open
bag
it up.
there,
Open it up in a new
that,
tab
was
real quick, and then
thrown down,
why
and
not, dude?
maybe perhaps some more items. I don't know. I'm looking.
Oh, things that may have fallen out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because when he dumped it,
Ziploc bags, look at that. Mhm.
what is it?
Maybe Ziploc bags with
Yeah.
jewelry or.
Yeah, maybe jewelry kind of looked potentially like there's LAPD was gathering all of the evidence there. So Fortunately, I mean, at the very least, it was pretty minor. It looks like these folks are okay. Probably just going to be some annoying property damage there to the front.
Yeah, this is the guy who got hit, or these
Is that
two
a
guys.
BMW?
Your shops
Yeah,
are these
that's
days.
a-
It's probably
Yeah,
still
it's
Poor
a
going.
guys.
Car. Yeah.
So that was the BMW SUV and X3.
Okay, here's a link
looks
to the
like.
video.
Sideswiped
Check
this,
it out.
This vehicle, this little Chevy,
Give it a view. Give it a like.
compact
That could be
vehicle,
cool.
so
Give it a like.
Very unfortunate for those people.
And actually like
Certainly
this
could have been a
stream while
lot
you're at
worse,
it. Why
but
not?
Still looking for the suspect out here, several blocks away in this neighborhood, and we have not.
He's
heard
gonna
if
get
they
paid.
have
Yeah, I
a suspect.
guess. I mean, these guys gotta have
So at
insurance
this
or
point,
what?
they only have one in custody, still looking for two, or they have two in custody, still looking for one.
I think they're looking for one.
I believe they have two. We saw that. one
Give
was-
some
I
hype
mean,
points,
all
right?
three
Jenny
spread
is
in
right.
different
If you're
directions.
on
One gave up instantly,
mobile, you
and
can do
then
the hype
another
thing.
one, it looks
And
like
it's pretty
it seemed
easy.
like they weren't able to get very
Kinda.
far.
If you can find
Do
it.
we have the suspect here?
I
Yeah,
think
look
so,
at this.
yeah.
Here
Looks
we
like
go.
it.
Okay,
This is-
that's the
yeah,
driver.
so here we go. So hopefully this is the third of three.
That's the
Here
driver.
that they were able to find in this neighborhood. So the helicopter was able to pinpoint their location very well, and they got enough officers in there to surround him. And so we
Got
know for
him.
sure we
Yeah,
have
got
at
him.
least two, possibly all three, now in custody here in the Westlake District.
And look at that. You got to, sorry, really quickly, bottom of the screen. And Luke, if you can drop the banner, Des, pan down a little bit. But yeah, you already got detectives on scene here. So that guy in the suit there, that's a detective that is likely
Shout out to the
either been
detectives.
working this case or is familiar with it, and he's already on scene. That's a couple of times we've seen that. We saw that last week with the chase that we had where the detectives were there.
Yo,
really,
Taylor.
really
Yo.
And like you said, Mike, those look like some long legs right there.
Yes.
We got him pretty
Yep.
far
My
off.
hair
He's a
looks
tall
crazy.
guy.
Yes.
Thank
Well,
you,
looks like
Taylor.
all
I don't know.
three
We're gonna get an
suspects
alert
in this,
here.
burglary pursuit.
Some point
now
we
in
will.
custody, bringing this pursuit to an end in the
Hopefully some
Westlake
alert in
District,
TTS.
all the way from Porter Ranch.
Yes, yes. One minor accident that we saw.
No hype
at the
option.
end
Shinji,
in
you
which
can't
those
comment
three
on my shorts
suspects
and you can't
fled,
hype.
But this is one
Some
of the
people's
best
app
ways that it
doesn't
can
have
end
the
with them
hype
all in
yet.
custody and no
I don't know
one
why.
appearing to be hurt in this
But
at
is it
all.
like a?
So
Why
along
didn't I
with
get
Juan
an
Fernandez,
alert
Mike
on that?
Rogers,
Yo, Taylor,
and
thank
Desmond
you.
Shaw,
$4.99.
Sky Crowley,
Video
thank you
game
for joining us.
controller
This is
jumps
breaking
up and
news,
down
we now
excitedly.
return you to our
Oh, yeah.
regular programming.
How does it know? You can't hype on browser. Yeah, no, the browser doesn't have the hype. It's only a mobile feature. Only on mobile. Suspect in custody? Yeah, whoa, look at this. What is this? Whoa. What's in those containers? I don't know. Disney. And how you doing, Crack? Hate this move to mobile-only features. Yeah, I don't know why they did that. But you can hype videos like 3 times per week or something. So, go for it. I don't know. But I'm working on another video that's like, I've been working on it all day today. It's like police chase fails. So it's a bunch of clips I'm going back through my streams and finding like kind of funny moments or like things where people do dumb shit. The cops or usually the suspect. Not being able to, Shinji, I simply do not understand that one. Hype availability is random and not everyone gets it. Okay. I heard that they eventually rolled it out to all creators, but apparently not every viewer can get it. That makes it really stupid because it's like, oh, I'm telling everybody to do this, but not everyone can do it. Whatever. But it didn't last long, Bendo. Yeah, as usual. Thanks, Lee. Was able to hype 150. Thanks, 3D. They're supposed to give you like you could do it 3 times, so apparently you can do 450 usually, but I don't know. If you can't, you can't. But hopefully it helps. I don't know. The video's been out for a week and it's not doing that great. But maybe the new one will. New one will do better. I'm going through and just kind of watching streams and getting different ideas. Probably an update for the phone. Yeah, that's possible, OG. I've heard that as well. And thank you. I've heard that if you update the app on Android or iOS, it could help. But okay, that's all I got for today. Thanks for hyping the video, for watching the video. Leave a like, whatever. See if it... I think that YouTube's not really showing it to people because the click-through rate is pretty good. And if the click-through rate is good, you think that would mean that a lot of people saw the video, but they didn't. I think a lot of the views are really just the people who watch my streams. And that's cool. But also, I have like 160,000 subs. How is it hard to get people to see a video I made? This sub thing is fucking useless. That's another rant for another time. Who cares if I got a lot of subs? It makes no difference. Okay. Thanks, everybody. Have a good day. If I go live again, it's because there's a police chase. So come back.